Hi everyone, here's Martin again from FRIBESCO, New Zealand. We do a quick video today about hand tools, especially hammers. We put a few hammers, all our demo tools out there, and a few old ones, as you might can see. Old hammers we got here in stock, of my personal ones. The idea of it is to show you a little bit what we actually are selling. And I hope it makes sense for some of you to have browse on our website and look what we are actually selling. First of all, that's our seaming hammer range. We got the straight one, just a normal PVC block. You use them to seam onto a Schalleisen or seaming iron. You can hammer a seam around or get some dents out by rubbing it, using it as a rubber, or shifting up a seam or a cross weld. You put it against a cross weld and tap it slowly up. They're quite versatile, and you can see that one here is quite used a little bit here. It's a rough edge. The idea of it, if you grab a drop saw, you can cut a little bit off. You have a perfect smooth edge again. Okay. So that's a standard one. Then we got obviously the X hammer one. Looks like an X. Tapered. That's if you have got something curved or something, you can go into a corner and hammer into a curved spot. If you use a round seaming iron like that one, you can hammer onto those ones, or obviously the other side. Okay, so that's a curved seaming iron for curved seams. Or a straight seaming iron. That one here has got a 25-35. That one here is 25, and the flat scraper on the other side. Depends what you're doing. You got those tools lying around at home, as I do. Then that one here is something different again. It's a mask hammer. You can see the handle is offset. That's if you have to seam something flat on the ground. Obviously you don't hit the surface too much. You protect your hand because it's off the ground. Okay? Mask hammer. Offset. Alright. As I just said, it's a flat seaming iron with the scraper on one side. Normal seaming iron. Corner seaming iron. If we jump onto the other side here, that's our American form pattern hammers. So that's a 2K handle on here. You can get them with serration and flat, obviously, without the serration. That one is better if you're just nailing normal on a roof, normal nails. It makes sense to have one of those because they don't slip off the nail heads. If you are doing weatherboards or something like that, you want to have a plain one without the serration in it, so you don't damage the timber. This one here has a leather handle, obviously, and you can see the screw on the end, so you can, in theory, replace them, but it doesn't. You don't replace them because they're long-lasting handles. So something like that you have for years. And the good thing is that even if you slip off, the back here is wider, so your hand doesn't slip off the hammer handle. So that's quite unique, and you got a lot of force in those ones. So you also get them in longer handles, so that the whole hammer is made out of one piece. That's a master range, we call that, and that's a normal 2K handle. Same setup, so you got the part here sticking out, that's protecting your hand from slipping off the hammer handle. So then that one over here, that's dead blow hammer. It's got metal shots in it, and you can replace those heads here. They're just, you go on a vise and pull them off and put them back on. That one here is designed for window joiners, so you can hammer those beads into window sides, so because it's a square one and you just have to slightly tap them, so that's designed for a window joinery shop. Then we jump over here. That's Halder Supercraft hammers, so you can see that you get them 25 mils, 30 mils or 40 mils diameter, so they all have different heads on it. That's pretty much the replacement head for it. You put them into a vise and wiggle them out sideways. Put the new one in and hammer it in. Boom. You see that they have got a chamfered edge here, so they stick in there, they hold in there very well, and they're not coming off. Right? So that's pretty much what you're buying as a replacement. A hammer like that will last you for years. Again, there are shots inside. There's a welded chamber in here where they fill it up in Germany with shots. From that side, that's closed, sealed off when they weld the top on, so the shots staying in there. Alright? We got the new ones coming out, so those ones are the prototypes we made for New Zealand. So they have got rounded edges here, so that part here is round. The reason for that is our curved seaming irons. For years we have always had straight surfaces, flat surfaces. Now they're coming out round, so you actually can do curved seaming as well with those hammers. Alright, then we go over to, so that blow, all of them have, all of those have shots in it. Then we go over to the more engineering hammers. That's a simplex. Reason for it, you can open them up here with an Allen key. Open the shell up. Then you can take those bits out. And you can buy them in multiple different ways. So that's more for car mechanic, car bodies, rubber, soft plastic for non-marking plastic. Then you got the really soft blue plastic, that's for window joiners. Then you got simplex super plastic, so that's really strong, that's almost like metal, doesn't damage your surface. Then you got nylon heads, aluminium head, or another rubber soft one for joiner again. So joinery shops, they would use those two, blue and grey, to hammer furniture together, so without damaging. Then you get the aluminium cast handle, so obviously you can use thicker or wider heads in here, again depending what you're doing. You get the wider heads, they fit also in those ones here, 40 mils aluminium, 40 mils steel. So all the replacement parts here fit into that one or that one. The next one up is pretty much a fiberglass handle, a cast steel top here, and that one here especially for mechanical workshops. If you have a CNC lathe or something, and you have to hammer your parts into your vise, you got an aluminium head, that's a 30 mil diameter, and then you got the copper heads on the other side, and they all you can replace them all. Okay, also you can replace just the handle, so that's a fiberglass handle, really strong, that's the strongest handle you can get, and really light. Okay, just have to get that one out, the bad boy. So that one here holds into the top a bit, so you get the replacement part in here easily. Yeah, that's all what it is. If they're damaged, you get yourself a new one. Alright, simplex. Here we go further on with those old hammers we can see in front of us. I've got a few here. One is a classic engineering hammer, we call that in Europe. So, but the advantage on that one here, Maxcraft, is that you got actually a vibration part in here. So they put a fiberglass part into the wooden handle, so that's connected here, so you got the shock absorber.